me in my little dressing gown with ears. Oh wow, that's not really a good look, is it? Good morning. I thought I would film today to show you how I revise. I should have started a fair few days ago, but I thought if I start filming, I'll get the productive ball rolling. As you can see, I'm in my dressing gown and it is 9:45. Bearing in mind last year I could work by 8/8:30, but new year, new me, that's not going to last. This is just because over the Christmas holidays I've had a decent break, not going to lie, and so now I'm ready to get back into it, but I'm struggling to motivate myself to. So I thought today I would film this, show you how I plan, my revision timetable, how I actually do revise, how I take breaks, everything involved in my revision. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm first going to get dressed and just, you know, feel a bit more together. Bye. I'm ready in my gym clothes. So I'm going to start my revision right now. First thing I'm going to do is grow a tree for 1 hour, because 1 hour, well, not even an hour to start with, I don't think. I'm going to do 45 minutes, so that takes us to 10:45, but I also want to put it on do not disturb so that then I'm not distracted. So I'm going to plant my tree. So that's that. The phone is off. Next, I'm going to show you my timetable. So on here I have my exams in red, my holiday is the yellow, lol, but that's over, and also so is this, the 3rd, today is the 4th. But what with this, I put in my exams and coursework whenever it's due, and then I can basically work out how many days I have to do whatever stuff there is. So I've also got an empty one. By the way, I just make these on Word. So on this empty one, it's got the 3rd, which was yesterday, to the 23rd, because my last exam's the 20th. So on this one, I'm going to fill out what I'm going to do every day, work it all out. But before I get there, I need to find what exams stuff I've got to do, and I do have to edit one bit of my coursework too, but that, I don't think that should take too long. I like having this day of organisation, sort everything out, know what I have to do, and then I can start bam 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 tomorrow. And by bam 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 I mean like wake up, go to the gym if I've got time to go to the gym before, or like, you know, I can plan my day from 7 till 6, because I don't work past 5 usually, but sometimes 6 is needed if I've had like a little longer lunch break or something. And I didn't say earlier, but I'm a speech and language therapy master's student. This is my 2nd year, my 2nd term, first lot of exams this school year, then I've got some in the summer, but this is my last year. Crazy. So I'm going to get up the exam spec, basically what's going to be expected of me. So what I do is I print off the marking criteria and the assessment criteria, so what is expected of me in the exam and the marking criteria of that. So I'm going to do that for the exams that I've got, and then from there I'm going to go through the topic that we've been through that could come up or whatever, and I'll show you those topics. I'm going to go onto my Moodle page. So I go to the module. First is acoustic phonetics. So for this topic I did find it very hectic, and I'm not really sure like what I should know, but it is a multiple choice assignment, which is excellent. For this one I think I need to write notes again on everything, because I don't really know what I should know or should not know. Do you know what I mean? Whereas for the other one, it's a lot more clear and a lot more laid out. So topic by topic was lecture by lecture. I'm not really sure where to start with this one, but I am going to get the exam spec up. For acoustic phonetics, we had to do a lab book, which was just pass fail, but some of it we filled out in lectures and some we filled out at home in person using a system called Pratt, which I found very complicated. I've always found phonetics complicated, and acoustic phonetics is just that one step further, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to work out all the topics I need to know or the lectures I need to go through and write notes on, and then I can count all of those up, and then I'll work out how much time I have and, you know, what to prioritise. And because it's online, I can use my notes, so a lot of it is probably going to be organisation of my notes so that it's easily accessible and I understand everything. On through what I kind of need to do. So for acoustic phonetics, the lectures are split into 7 parts. So we've got basic concepts, which includes some very basic things like differences between longitudinal and transverse waves, but I haven't done that for a very long time, so I still, you know, a little reminder doesn't hurt. And then second topic is complex period waves and fundamental frequency, which there's quite a lot on. Number 3 is laryngography, which is a lab that we did, but it's basically a little thing that sits on your neck here. Then the 4th part is about audio recording. So audio recording is all about like the use of microphones and what you hear through an audio recording. Some audio recordings, depending on how you save them, don't pick up all audio, basically. Number 5 is resonance. 6 is sound spectrography, and then speech perception, which we have touched on throughout. Next exam is acquired and developmental language disorders. So there are 2 parts to it, and it's 2 1,000 word essays, which is not that much, but you've got to be very concise and have as much information as possible in the 1,000 words. Although it's a 24-hour exam, they advise that we have 2 hours to do it, so an hour per question. The first part is a data worksheet that I need to analyse data from a child client, and then the second part is 2 shorter essay-style questions on acquired language disorders. So difference, acquired is could be due to some sort of brain injury, stroke, etc., which could lead you to acquire a language disorder, whereas developmental is something you have when you're younger. So we've already got the data for the child, which I haven't looked at, but it was available to look at quite early on. But I am going to print this off, and I'm going to highlight some key points. I'm going to look at, they mentioned something about past paper, and there's always points that you need to include in every single assignment that's been used in past papers, so I'm going to work out those so that I can use them. So I feel like I know a bit more now what I'm doing. I'm going to fill in what I need to do each day, including today. On here I will just write the topics that I want to cover, and then each day hopefully I'll be keeping up to date, or maybe even I'll get further than I need to, but then I can write to-do lists and timetable to-do lists as well, based on the topics I need to cover. So I'll do that now. So this is it. I've just written it in terms of lectures. So these are all acoustic phonetics, and then on Wednesday I've got nannying. Some of these topics are bigger, hence I haven't done as many. And so for example, these 2 aren't as big, but then I'm not sure if I'll get lecture 4 done because in the time. So I've added lecture 4, lecture 5, lecture 6 all here, lecture 6, lecture 7, and then here, actually I'll write this in, otherwise I'll probably ignore doing. So I'm going to write all these notes up so that I can use them during the assessment to refer to, but also I'm going to write the, what are they called, revision cards? So I'm going to write revision cards for each of them, where I'm just going to like summarise key points and lectures, and key points and key words and things like that, just so that if needs be I can refer to that whilst, you know, I think it might make it a bit easier sometimes if I just want to know what something means in an assessment. Because also, I don't know if this is the same for anyone else, but I always find that I think I know what it means, and you know, if someone asks me, hopefully I know what it means after I've revised, but as soon as I see it in a question, I'm like, what does that mean in terms of the other parts of the question? And often it's very, very simple, but you know, in an exam you often just panic a little bit. So the revision cards I find helpful to help me, you know, recognise what something means in terms of the question. So sometimes I will write down the question but more simply without using the more technical words, just so that it helps me to understand. Because for our multiple choice questions, I think a lot of them, so I think we get a choice of 5, and a lot of them I think will be very similar, but you've got to choose the most appropriate, basically. So, you know, making sure I know exactly what it means so that I choose one rather than another, or the correct one over one that's very similar to the correct one. I think the revision cards will be very, very helpful for that. So I'm going to get some revision cards, or I'm going to try and find some, because I think I might have some. I found some, I just don't have enough. So I'm not going to go today because I've got other things that I need to do, and that'll be real procrastination going today. But I've got these. I reckon, because it's a summary, there should be enough for each lecture on here, or maybe I'll need 2 for each lecture, or maybe 1 for keywords. I don't know, I'm going to work it out, but I reckon there's enough of that. So yeah, I'm feeling happy about revising, but also not happy because, you know, it's always easy to just not. Whereas when you've got an assignment deadline, I'm quite good at being organised because I'd rather have it done. But with revision, I'm like, oh, I could do it tomorrow. I could do it the next day. Just not as good an attitude. So I'm going to do lecture 1 and 2 of my acoustic phonetics today. Hello, I'm back again. Oh, so I just ate some lunch. I had some leftover halloumi and peanut curry. It was very nice. And I also spoke to my friend on FaceTime because I'm a queen of procrastination. I'm going to do some more work, and then I'm going to go on a run, I think. Because the gym just takes so much longer, and that's just me procrastinating even more. First lecture, to be honest, it hasn't gone that well. I haven't even finished it, so I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'll do the second lecture. I do need to just get out and about. I'm going to put a wash on and quickly give the kitchen a little clean, just because it's a bit gross, and some of my flatmates are back tonight. So I just thought I'd give it a little spruce so it's all clean for when they come back. It's actually way later. I went for a little run, I feel a lot better for it, and then my friends asked me out for a drink, so I'm gonna go. But I'm not gonna drink much because I'm revising tomorrow. I want to finish a part of my assignment in the next hour or so. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna get doing, and I'll show you how I organise and plan my day. Looks like I've got a little globe above my head. What I do is I write down when I'm going to get up. Though 8 I'll get up, so I want to start work by 9. So 9 o'clock I want to do 10, and then I write everything. So this is it. And then the gap there is just where I'll be busy. So that's my plan for tomorrow. Then that is based on my little timetable that I need to get done by the Friday. So if I can do all that, that is good going for me. But then the lecture 3 will probably carry on over to the next day. I haven't been as productive as I'd like today, but it's very realistic, and I feel like you can't be productive every day, especially if you're me and it's after Christmas. I don't know what I need to do. I'm not too stressed about it because I feel like I do have some time. I'm going to chill tonight, easing myself back into this workflow, and it's all about this work-life balance. So I hope you enjoyed my day of revision. Very realistic, as you can see. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye!